Well, I like going hunting, just me, my hound, and my gun. Chasing them deer, rabbit, and squirrel, now that's my kind of fun. I like going fishing too, I'll go on any whim, looking for the big bass, the crappie, and the brim. Just give me a wide open field to all cruise. Give me an ocean so deep. I want to ride the longest river in the world, or maybe climb the highest mountain peak. Like going down to the fishing hole, my buddies and me and my old cane pole. Bait them hooks and wet them lines, it's a life I love so fine. It's almost supper time, you'd think the world was mine.
And now for today's outdoor adventure, here's Archie Phillips.
Well, folks, I'm with some good friends. What's the name of this lake over here, Terry?
This is Neely Henry Lake. We're located about halfway between Highway 77 and 431.
431. Now I got Terry Smith here, Steve Latimer, and I've got
Willard Bowers.
Willard Byers. Y'all excuse me, folks. Now let me explain to you what these folks do here. Now, Willard, I'm going to let you tell them. You're with the Alabama Power Company that furnishes us this fishing hole. And let the folks know just what all your responsibilities are.
Well, I probably, Archie, have the most fun job in Alabama Power Company.
Is that right?
My job is to keep up with the environmental issues that the company has to address, to work with people that live around our lakes, to work with groups that work to improve the lakes, such as the people that just did the big Coosa campaign. The bass anglers do a lot of fish habitat improvement with the bass anglers people. And my job is just a fun job, and I'm glad that I can be here with you today, and hope that people will learn more about the lakes of Alabama, because they are a fantastic resource and we're proud to be a part of it.
Well, that's real good. I tell you, Willard, these boys right here are performing a service and also expanding the recreation resource, because they're teaching folks how to catch the gar. And a lot of folks say, well, that's just old nuisance fish rod. You'll think nuisance fish when you get out there with about a 5-foot gar on the end of that rod. And we wanted to bring you up here and show you this resource. And Terry's training people with videos, him and Steve, and the how-to. Now, he called me on the telephone one time, told me to come up here, we was going to catch these gars. Well, I couldn't figure out in my mind what he's talking about. Maybe take an old fish head and throw it out there and something. No, he said, no, I got a different deal. And what we're going to do, he's going to train me and you both here today. He's got some neat things. And all you wore-out bass fishermen that the season ain't right, or the water ain't right, or they just quit biting on you, we want to show you how to enter into a new resource to catch some show enough big fish. Everybody in the family can catch them, can't you, Terry?
If you do it right.
If you do it right. Now, these boys has invented the lures to catch them with, and we're going to go around here in just a second, and the techniques to catch them. Then we're going to get out there and have our Mount Power Lake up here and show Willard something.
Well, Archie, now they may train you, but if they train me,
well, he brought people up here and they ain't never wet a hook.
all right.
And caught these big devils, and so we're gonna get out there and give it a try. But I want to first go over some stuff, Terry, and you give me the overall view of what we're gonna be doing and how we're gonna fish it. Okay?
All right. Well, first thing you need to know, our lures do not have any hooks in them, which is highly unusual. You've never heard of fishing without a hook and catching fish on a rod and reel. Our lures have no hooks. They get tangled up in these long-nosed gars' teeth. They've got a mouth full of needle-sharp teeth, and our lures work correctly, just get tangled up in their teeth.
And they can't get rid of them, can they?
And once they get in there, 90% of the time, you will not get them out. So we have a system. You just have to snap off of your lure and snap another on. But this lure, when it works, it's done its job.
Done its job.
You won't,
All right.
you won't get it hung up on a stump. When you
Well, that'd be good for a lot of people.
Right, that's right.
Yes,
when you
sir.
lose it, it's lost to one of these
That's
fish.
right.
So it's gone, right? All right, now, Steve, you said you got a special kind of rod there. Now,
Yes.
tell us the deal on these
Yes.
gar rods here.
These rods that we found.
Now, show them that deal right. That's the coolest thing I ever seen right there.
It hides your lures. Well, if you have a treble hook, lures or something, it fits right in that little slot right there. So if you have dogs or animals,
And
or
it
kids,
pulls right up in there?
Right,
In other words, that's made for other than gar fishing, right?
Right.
I know.
yes,
What's
sir.
the name of these
This
rods?
is a hook hider rod.
Hook hider rod. That's a
Yes.
fine looking rod
Yes,
there.
It's real sensitive, and you can just feel. You can feel every little tap, little action. That,
Well, now,
that
on
the
these
fish
gars,
do.
they hit like a brim, don't
Right, they'll peck, and then you just hold on because they're like a jet rocket when they take off.
they? I see. All right, and that's what we're going to be doing, right?
Right.
But now, we talking about, Terry, you're talking about eating these things now. Is that what you're saying?
They're edible.
You
That's
say we're going to eat
exactly
these
what-
things at dinner time? Is that what you're telling me?
That's exactly. That's right. This
Now-
is an untapped resource.
All right, but now, you know, gar eggs is deadly poison. You know that.
And on the research, I found out that's true. I'm not going to try them to find
Well,
out. But that's
I know some fellas that have, and it is bad news, let me tell you. So we want to caution people in eating, do not eat gar eggs.
Definitely. And the cleaning process, make sure you get all the roe off of the meat. The best meat on these fish is the backstrap.
Backstrap,
You-
okay.
On a 10 to 15 pound fish, you might get 2 pounds of prime meat off of it. But I'd like to show this armor on these fish. This is armor. It's not scale, it's not hide, it's not skin, it's armor. That's why they have no predators to speak of.
Kind of like an armadillo, ain't they?
That's right.
Well, that's great. All right, well, we're going to load up here. And now, we hadn't told them that you got these things for sale there now.
Yes, sir. That's just
In a
market,
package?
Research. We're doing on see if there's a demand for them, but we are making the lures. We're trying to come out of the red on this thing, and hopefully, if nothing else comes out of it, people will learn how to catch these fish for the fun of it.
Well,
I don't ever make a dime.
We're going to show them what is fun, ain't we?
Yes, sir.
This is rednecking at its best, ain't it?
Right. That is right.
But now when you get a strike, you'll just tap it. Don't jerk. Do not jerk. That's detrimental to this kind of fishing. Imagine the fish nipping at the end of that lure, feeling like something's wrong,
Okay.
and then giving it this, trying to get it out of its mouth. He needs slack at that time to where the material will wrap around his beak.
We need to let him get tangled up in, in the lure. Really.
Imagine him hitting that lure and saying something's wrong, and then doing this.
Steve, on this drag system, it's critical, isn't it?
Right. When those fish hit this lure, they'll want to make an initial run. You've got to keep that drag set where you got just a little bit of a drag, but you want something where when it makes it run, it just rip the line out.
So you're not talking about, what, 2 or 3 pounds?
That's all. Just enough to where you when
You
it
got
makes
some tension on
Right.
it, but not much.
not much. And then as you catch the fish, you can tighten your drag down to what you need it to be tightened down.
When you're bringing him on in.
Right. When you bring them in, you can adjust your.
You're going to have to, or it's going to pull all your line off,
That's
right?
Pull your line off and just break your reel if you don't.
Okay, very good.
I,
All right, now, Steve, show me what you're going to get him with
I'm
now.
gonna use a glove here because if you don't use a glove when you grab their bills, they'll just be like a saw, just rip your hand.
Boy, you can get hurt. There he is. There he comes. Hold him, Willard. Oh, yeah, you got him under control. You think that ain't fun? Yeah, I heard that drag going. I see him. There he comes. There he comes. Look at that thing. Look at that. Wow. Buddy, he has tangled that line up. Look at yonder. Just ease around in there. We got a good deckhand right here.
Right.
All right, let me see you execute that thing.
There you go.
All right, now, when you got him like that, you got him,
You
right?
got him. Don't put your hands in between the bill. That's a big mistake like that. Always put your hand around the bill, not get in between the bills.
I see. Because if you do, you got problems.
That's right.
All right, ease that dude up in here in the boat.
There you go.
Now, Willard,
I don't hand it to me. I got
first shot out of the box. That ain't half bad. Look at that. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'll tell you right now, Terry. I did not jerk. I let him go. He's out there. He don't know I got him right now, but I got him. I promise you. I put the finesse on him. Put the finesse on him. And there he is. Right there.
Oh, look at
Good night.
See, they'll do that again, Archie.
He didn't know he was on. See, he was just sitting there. He just now realized that he's hooked. No, wait a minute. He's, what's the word we use?
He's tangled.
Tangled. He's tangled. Right. Oh, God, he's on the back.
Hold it.
Look at it. Here he comes. Man, Willard, you're going to demote me. This one ain't nowhere near the size of one you caught.
Archie, that's not a fish.
Right.
You don't even have him caught right.
That's right.
That's short-nosed gar.
No, it's a
They
spotted.
don't get as big.
Archie, excuse me, it's a spotted gar.
Right, but look at him. I ain't got him by, I hadn't got
He's
him
just
by the
wrapped
knee.
up.
He's wrapped his own nose up. I don't believe we're going to get that one in. Look right here and see if you can get him in. Ah, there we go. I ain't even going to get whoa, whoa. Get him back over now. Now, Steve.
I'm going to get him this time.
Get him back over here.
Well, Archie, you can.
There we go. You got him? Now, Steve, you was telling me about that line that y'all are using. That one right there could have had that line cut all to pieces, couldn't it?
Right. This is a good copolymer type line that we're using here today. And this is the best stuff we found for fishing for these gars.
It won't cut. They can't cut it.
Right. It'll frizz up a little bit, but it won't cut it where you lose your fish.
I see.
Yeah.
Terry, you was making a turn just then, and I kind of had the line out there backwards, and I heard it feels just like a brim pecking. And I said, Terry, he won't put up with me snap. I ain't doing nothing. And I let him do his own thing. He got loose, and he come back and hit that thing again. Isn't that something?
That's right.
Man, alive. I don't know. Whoa, that's a good one. I hope it's bigger than that last one. I'm kind of embarrassed. Old Willard done whooped me pretty bad up there on the front. Boy, this is running fast. Ah, yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, yeah, look at
That's
here.
a good one there.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, sirree.
Archie's done caught a fish.
I done got one.
Hold him, no hook.
Yonder goes the drag. I tell you what, I can see the importance of keeping that drag good, because if you don't, he's going to take it away from you. All right, let's see if I got a good deckhand here with them good gloves on. You get him, Steve? Ah! I tell you now, that bill works good on them gloves, because they hold where them teeth has got you, right?
Right. These long nose gars got little teeth that comes out the side, and they just mat up on this glove here. And if you lose your grip, you're still 9 times out of 10 you're going to have the fish.
And we're out here just enjoying this Neely Henry Lake, and I can't think, every time I think about old Terry, I think about catching these gars out here. And we've had a ball this morning, you know.
This has been great.
Well, now, let me ask you this. Power company, the best of my knowledge, y'all have always kind of bent over backwards to try to keep the recreation stuff good for us, hadn't you?
That's one of the primary purposes that our lakes were built for recreation. Of course, flood control, produce power, provide water for navigation in the Alabama River. They're multi-purpose reservoirs, but one of the primary concerns is recreation. As I said earlier, this is a fantastic resource, and we hope everybody can enjoy it.
Well, you know, you can be down here on the weekend, and they got bass clubs from everywhere. You know, I've been all over just about the whole country, and I tell folks all the time, I said, now, when you leave Alabama, it's downhill in every direction. In every direction. Because we got the best freshwater fishing in the world. Ain't nobody got better freshwater fishing than us.
That's right.
We got bass and brim, and they be out here catching these gars like crazy. And the resource is just great. We appreciate you know, your part in doing this and keeping the pollution under control. Now, you handle other type pollution other than water too, don't you?
I'm involved in anything that has to do with the environment.
I see. Just anything.
Anything that, whether it is water quality, air quality, whether it's there's been a lot of controversy about PCBs.
Yeah.
So I have a broad range of issues that I'm involved in.
Talk to me, Terry.
We got another one that hit it and started running. A lot of times they'll hit it and just run with it,
Yeah.
you know. And
Where's he at?
that's get the lure around.
I see him.
The tap,
The minute they shake that head, though, they in trouble, ain't they?
It just hit it on the run, and as soon as it did, it just got plumb back in its mouth.
What do you think that fish is thinking right now?
Like, what in the world is that in my mouth?
There he goes. He didn't even know he was caught, did he, Terry?
He's just still up there sunning.
I think he's seen our ugly mother.
There he goes again. Oh, boy. Where's our deckhand at?
This is the kind you don't want to put your glove in the one side of his mouth. Get around.
Wait a minute, let me see what you're going to do now, Sam. Steve. You want his mouth closed, don't you? I got you, I see. Because if it's open, you're in trouble, right?
All right, we've got the fish. We're using a pair of 10 snips cut down on both sides, starting from the head, going back. Then we wanted to cut across here.
Okay.
And then we take your fillet knife and hull your meat off around this hide right here. And then you want to just take and you jerk it and pull it off. And just start peeling it back. It's just like a back strap on any
Like on a deer or something.
like that. It's a tenderloin part. And that's some fine
Solid
fish.
meat, right?
Then you want to soak it. It's very important. You want to soak this in half apple cider vinegar and water for at least 3 to 4 hours in the refrigerator. Take it out of the vinegar and water, and then you want to put it in the colander and wash it good thoroughly with water. Then I'll mix up buttermilk and an egg and let it sit in there for a few minutes. And then I take my Louisiana style mix here and put it in a plastic bag and get the fish out of the mixture of buttermilk and eggs and get the excess off of it. And then you want to throw it in there and shake it up real good in that bag. And then you get your grease hot, 300 degrees or better, and you throw it in there till the fish just pops up and it's done.
All right, folks. I never thought you'd see me do this. This is Gar. I'm gonna run my own faith there. Tastes like fried chicken frog legs. Excellent taste. I feel a tap. There he is.
There he is.
I didn't jerk. I almost jerked. Now you bass fishermen, you can't stand this because when they start tapping and pulling on you, first thing you're gonna want to do is snatch him. You cannot do that. You just gotta let him do his thing. No jerking.
Right,
whoa, we got
Uh-oh.
look. Turn right around. I got one.
Now we're in trouble.
Slow, Terry. Look what's going on right there. Willard's got one too. Look at that. He's got one. Y'all, and I'm pulling.
Oh,
Archie,
man.
you got him on, Willard?
I got him. He's coming this way.
Coming this way. All right, I got one. He's a
We're gonna get yours in first.
Mine's way out there.
We're gonna get yours in
Hey.
Get
first.
Willard in first.
Willard, that call.
He hadn't fought much. He's
fixing to fight.
yeah.
That call to the dam, I believe that got something going.
Yes, sir. All right.
Where are you,
You gonna
Archie?
be my deckhand,
Where
Willard?
are you?
All right, look here. He's right here beside the boat. Here we come. Oh, look out, look out.
Hold it, hold it.
Hold on. I'm coming up from the rear now. Coming up from the rear. Look out. Oh, are you going out
Yours
again?
is meaner than mine was.
I know it is.
Hold him, no hook.
Got it? All right, now y'all looking back here. Step back here, Willard. Back in this little groove right here. Let them folks, I like that. Hold him. Turn right around in there. Whoa. Now that's what I call a good double right there. Just about the time I got hit, Willard had one out yonder and we pulled in a double. Now we amongst them now, Terry.
We're amongst them.
Now folks, Willard, have you ever had more fun in one day in your life?
This has been a lot of fun, Archie and Terry and
Steve. Yeah, Steve Latimer there and
yeah,
Terry Smith here.
It's been a great day, and you know these little things. Heck, these ain't little. These things weigh 20 pounds. They fight like the devil.
How many we got, Steve?
We've
Pound-wise?
probably got anywhere from 130, 140 pounds of fish.
All right, how many fish we got, Willard? You counted them.
I think there's 22.
22 gars,
Now remember, this is a technique. You can't just walk out there and catch a gar. If you try to take a hook and bait and go out and do it, you ain't gonna be successful. You got to use a gar getter, and these boys has got the material and the know-how. They got a tape on it. We're gonna give y'all the phone numbers and all here at the end of the show. And you might want to contact old Terry, and he'll tell you all about it, where to do it, how to do it. And remember, these things are all over the half of the United States. It's a resource that's not being tapped, and y'all got plenty of lakes for us to catch them in, had you, Willard?
We got plenty of lakes, and we want you to come out and enjoy it.
Well, this is the Alabama Power Man here, is head of all of environment and all this kind of stuff. It helps us make these areas where we got plenty of recreation activities. And Terry, you're just working on it all the time to get these lures into people's hands and teach them how. Now, y'all got to learn this from scratch, haven't you, Terry?
Yeah, you need to learn it from the videotape we have, or call my number and just start taking it slow, because you got to have a right lure, the right techniques, and just easily go into it. Don't just try to start off at once. These fish can hurt you, but on the top it all off, they're just fun to catch.
Fun to catch, and you're doing this resource a service by getting them out of there, because the number of them that has increased because the netting has stopped, and so they're crowding out our game fish, and so we should all enjoy doing it just for conservation measures, if nothing else. But y'all saw us eating them things, and I told Terry before we come up here, I said, I just like carp and gars. I said, man, I ain't never eaten no gar, and I believe you're pulling my leg. So when Steve got through cooking them things and giving us his instructions, they are jam up. So folks, we've had a great day, and want to thank these folks, all of them, for coming and being with us. And y'all join us again for some more Outdoors with Archie Phillips.